Hello students, in this video we are going to see limbic system of the body. Limbic system, limbus means ring, so it is a ring like structure which encircle the middle part of the cerebral hemisphere, and it is formerly called as rhinencephalon, and it is phylogenetically oldest part, and it is present in between the cortical and subcortical structure and form a ring around the upper part of brainstem, as shown in this figure. This green area shows a ring, and it plays a vital role in emotional behavior, sex drive, and memory. Now the functions. It represents the emotional aspect of behavioral behavior together with visceral responses accompanying these emotions, and these emotions are fear, anger, and sex, and these are necessary for the survival. मतलब जीने के लिए जो ज़रूरी है, डरना, यदि कोई थ्रेट हो तो उससे डरना ताकि भाग सके, और या तो जो थ्रेट है उससे लड़ सके, उसके लिए चाहिए अपने को एंगर, क्रोध, एंड अपने जनरेशन को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए सेक्स. तो ये तीनों जो इमोशंस हैं वो बहुत ज़रूरी हैं, एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर recent memory. It helps in integration of olfactory, visceral, and somatic impulses reaching the brain. Now the components of limbic system. The structures interposed between superolateral surface of diencephalon and inframedial surface of cerebrum. So these structures are cortical structures and subcortical nuclei. Cortical structures are limbic lobe and hippocampal formation, while subcortical nuclei includes amygdaloid body, septal region and nuclei, olfactory area, hypothalamus, especially mammillary body, and anterior nucleus of thalamus. We will see limbic system. This is the medial surface of the cerebral hemisphere, and limbic lobe includes cingulate gyri, this one, gyrus, then isthmus, this one, isthmus, and parahippocampal gyrus, this one, and uncus, this one. These all form the limbic lobe. Now the hippocampal formation, it includes hippocampus or cornu ammonis. So this is hippocampus, then dentate gyrus, so this is dentate gyrus, then gyrus fasciolaris, so this is gyrus fasciolaris, and indusium griseum, indusium griseum, so this one. Now the amygdaloid body or amygdaloid nuclear complex or amygdala. So these are the upper one is medial view and lower one is anterior view. The red oval area shows the amygdaloid body. It is almond shaped mass of gray matter underlying rostral part of parahippocampal gyrus, and on anterior most part of roof of inferior horn of lateral ventricle. तो पैरा हिप्पोकैम्पल गायरस के पीछे रहता है और इंफीरियर हॉर्न का जो सबसे आगे वाला भाग है उसका रूप बनाता है. एंड पोस्टीरियरली इट इज़ कंटिन्यूअस विद द टेल ऑफ कॉर्डेट न्यूक्लियस एंड स्ट्राया टर्मिनलिस. पीछे ऊपर वाले डायग्राम में आप देख सकते हैं कि जो एमेग्डोलाइड बॉडी से एक स्ट्रक्चर ऊपर निकलते हुए कॉमा सेपरेट स्ट्रक्चर बना रहा है. दिस इज कॉर्डेट न्यूक्लियस. नाउ द कनेक्शंस. दिस एमेग्डोलाइड बॉडी टेक्स information or efferent from olfactory areas. So सामने की तरफ आपको दिख रहा है olfactory bulb, olfactory tract, फिर वो olfactory एरिया में जाता है और वहाँ से एमेग्डोलाइड बॉडी में. देन efferent grows to वाया स्ट्राया टर्मिनलिस. ये जो रेड स्ट्रक्चर दिख रहा है, रेड लाइन, ये स्ट्राया टर्मिनलिस है और यहाँ से ये जाता है सेप्टल एरिया, सेप्टल रीजन. देन एंटीरियर कमीसर के थ्रू अपोजिट साइड ऑफ एमेग्डोलाइड कॉम्प्लेक्स में जाता है और एंटीरियर पोर्शन ऑफ हाइपोथैलेमस में भी जाता है. एंड सम फाइबर्स दे आल्सो गो टू दी हेवेन्युलर न्यूक्लियस via stria medullaris thalami, stria medullaris thalami as shown in this figure. So this is about the connections of the amygdaloid body, and this amygdaloid body produces excitability, fear and rage. Bilateral damage of amygdaloid body reduces fear and increases sexual activity. People in late 60s become pervasive in their sexual behavior, probably due to the atrophy of amygdaloid bodies. Okay. Now the septal region. So the medial aspect of frontal lobe beneath the genu and rostrum of corpus callosum and in front of lamina terminalis. So in this diagram you can see corpus callosum, genu and rostrum as well as lamina terminalis. उसके आगे में एक रीजन दिख रहा है, दिस इज सेप्टल रीजन. It includes paraterminal and par olfactory gyri, and it is found that it is a pleasure zone of the brain in rats. Now the hippocampal formation. So this is the coronal section of the right side of the cerebral hemisphere, and the lower part you can see a seahorse like structure. This one, this is hippocampal formation. Same, if we take a cut section of the coronal section at the middle of the cerebral hemisphere, and we will get this figure. This is hippocampal formation, and it consists of hippocampus, dentate gyrus, subiculum, indusium, griseum, medial and lateral longitudinal stria. We will see one by one. The hippocampus, also known as ram's horn or Amon's horn, it looks like a seahorse, this one. So the lower one is hippocampus. During fetal life, it rolled over the inferior horn of lateral ventricle, but in adult brain it forms a longitudinal elevation in the floor of inferior horn of lateral ventricle and continuous medially with the subiculum and parahippocampal gyrus. We'll see in next photograph. The posteriorly it gradually narrows and ends beneath the splenium of the corpus callosum. So this is the actual view of the hippocampus. The pink structure is hippocampus and it is covered by white matter known as alveus, this one, and medially it forms a band like structure known as fimbria hippocampus. So this is fimbria hippocampus, and this hippocampus is made up of 3 layers: superficial molecular layer, middle pyramidal layer, and deep polymorphic cell layer. So these are the layers. Now the connections of hippocampus. Hippocampus takes most of the afferent or sensation from the parahippocampus area, as shown by this blue line, and then efferent goes to via fornix, the septal area, then anterior hypothalamic region, mammillary body, and through mammillary body it goes to anterior nucleus of thalamus. So this red fiber shows the efferent fiber, and it goes to the opposite hippocampus through commissures of fornix or hippocampal commissures. Okay, so these are the connections. Now functions of hippocampus: it is integrated center which influences endocrine and visceral functions, and it is responsible for recent memory, if there is injury to the hippocampus, it will lead to the loss of recent memory or amnesia. It is the most elliptogenic part of the cerebral hemisphere, and its lesion may cause psychomotor epilepsy. Next is dentate gyrus. This medial structure of lateral structure of hippocampus is dentate gyrus, this one, dentate gyrus, and in left photograph this teeth like gyrus is this one is dentate gyrus. And it is present in between hippocampus and parahippocampal gyri and lying deep to the fimbria. Next is indusium griseum. Indusium griseum is present just over the corpus callosum. It is a thin layer of grey matter over the corpus callosum. Over the corpus callosum there are three structure. Medial one is medial longitudinal stria, and lateral most is lateral longitudinal stria. In between these two, endoecium crisium is present. This one and this one. Medial and lateral longitudinal stria as shown in the same figure. This is medial longitudinal stria and this is lateral longitudinal stria. This endoecium gracium is a vestigial grey matter and contains two delicate longitudinal bands of fiber buried into it, that is medial and lateral longitudinal stria. Now the subiculum, it is a transition zone between 3-layered archicortex and 6-layered neocortex. So this upper one is 3-layered archicortex and lower one, that is parahippocampal, is 6-layer neocortex. So this is subiculum. And it takes most of the efferents from hippocampus, and efferent goes to mammillary body and anterior nucleus of thalamus. Via fornix. Now the fiber bundles of limbic system. It contains fornix, mammillothalamic tract, stria medullaris thalami, stria terminalis, medial forebrain bundle, anterior commissure, cingulum, diagonal band of Broca. We will see one by one. Fornix, this is a medial surface of right hemisphere, and this is fornix below the corpus callosum. Same in this figure, this one. It looks like this. It has 2 crura, 1 body and 2 commissure, pre-commissal fornix and post-commissal fornix. Okay, mammillothalamic tract. In this figure you can see some of the fibers from mammillary body to the thalamus form the mammillothalamic tract, this one and this one. Stria medullaris thalami, some of the fibers from thalamus to the habeneural nucleus forms the stria medullaris thalami. This blue line, this one and this one on right photograph. Then stria terminalis, this red line shows the stria terminalis in left photograph, and green line and green lines is on right photograph, this one, and it connects amygdaloid body to the septal region, anterior portion of hypothalamus, anterior commissure and habeneural nucleus. Then anterior commissure, the left one is the medial view while the right one is the coronal section. In the right photograph you can see the frontal lobe is connected by some of the white matter known as anterior commissure, this one, and this anterior commissure on medial surface shows by this red oval area, this one, the anterior commissure, and it connects the frontal lobe of either side. Then cingulum is the coronal section. Just above the corpus callosum you can see the cingulum or cingulate gyrus is a medial view. These are the cingulum. Then diagonal band of Broca, it is related with the olfactory tract. These are the inferior view of cerebral hemispheres, showing the optic chiasma, olfactory bulb, olfactory tract, anterior perforating substance, just posterior to the anterior posterior medial to the anterior, this anterior perforated substance. There is a band. This one is a diagonal band of Broca. And this will be taught to you in olfactory pathway. Again, this one is the diagonal band of Broca. Now the fornix, very important. It is a large bundle of mainly projection fiber which connects hippocampus to mammillary body by, this is the structure having two pleura, one body and two commissure fornix, pre-commissural fornix and post-commissural fornix. This is the efferent system of hippocampus and arched bundle of white fibers below the corpus callosum. This is the medial view and this is the fornix just below the corpus callosum. Origin, course and distribution of its fiber. It takes origin from the pyramidal cells of the hippocampus, then by two pleura of either side, just below the splenium, it joins and forms the body of fornix, and then again it divides into two column, right and left, and which again divides into pre-commissural fornix and post-commissural fornix. Pre-commissural fornix goes to septal areas and anterior nucleus of hypothalamus, while the post-commissural fornix goes to mammillary body and ultimately thalamus via mammillothalamic tract. Now Pepys circuits, something about Pepys circuit. It is a connection between the hippocampus to the parahippocampal gyri via this fornix. This is fornix. So taking information from hippocampus via fornix, it goes to mammillary body, from mammillary body via mammillothalamic tract it goes to anterior nucleus of thalamus, then cingulate gyrus, then entorhinal cortex or parahippocampal gyrus, then again goes to the hippocampal formation. This is responsible for the memory, this short term memory, and to the is converted to the long term memory by this circuit, and it is also helpful in harmonious mechanism between which elaborate central emotion and emotional expression. So this is very important circuit. If there is any injury to this circuit or injury to fornix, it will cause acute amnestic syndrome, in which the individual is unable to consolidate his short term memory into the long term memory. Okay, so this is all about limbic system. Keep revising. Thank you.